Hi, my name is Simone Knego, and I am the author of The Extraordinary, Unordinary You. Follow your own path, discover your own journey. I'm a brand new author. This is my first book. This book is about inspiration. It's about realizing what we're capable of and recognizing that the things we do every day have the power to inspire the people around us. It's a reminder that the choices we make truly matter. I've been married to my husband for 27 years and have 6 children. Although I graduated from the University of Florida with both a Bachelor and Master of Accounting and have my CPA, I realized early in my career that I wasn't meant to sit behind a desk. I'm a storyteller and love talking to other people. I truly believe that you can learn something from everyone you meet. In my new best-selling book, I detail my journey of adopting 3 of my 6 children, my climb of Mount Kilimanjaro, and all of the funny, scary, and inspiring stories that came along the way. My goal is to help others realize that the small choices we make every day matter. We all have the power to inspire others just by being who we are. Over the last several years, I had the opportunity to share my story in front of various groups of people, some large, some small. But the emotions that I could see and feel from the crowd made me realize that my life, the things that I did every day, had the power to connect with people and make them think about their own lives and their choices. All the things I have done, the choices I have made, truly have an impact on people. The feedback that I received changed my mindset. I realized that I am unordinary, as is everyone, because we are all unique. I decided to write this book, The Extraordinary, Unordinary You, to share my experiences, the good, the bad, the funny, and the sad. My hope is that my message will inspire others to realize that they matter, their choices, their voices, their actions. It's not about changing who you are. It's about changing the way you see yourself. Be you because you are extraordinary. I'm going to read you a passage from my book, and it's one of the funnier stories. I'm big on being real, and this is a story about an experience we had in our car. With 6 children, as you can imagine, the car doesn't stay too clean. And I was taking Noah to a doctor's appointment, and we got into our minivan, aka the moving trash can, to go to the therapist. It was our first time in that car for at least a 2-week period. Buckle up, I said to Noah. It's kind of hard because I have only 1 arm, he said. I know, just buckle, I said back to him. Noah had been bitten by a poisonous snake the week before while at summer camp. He had to be life flighted. That story's in there as well. Obviously he did fine, but we had to go to the therapist to, his arm was locked in place. So we had to go to the therapist to help him regain movement in that arm. I could see from the rearview mirror that he was trying his best to buckle his seatbelt. Are you buckled? I asked, turning my head back to see if he was for sure buckled. Buckled, he said. But while my head was turned, my attention wasn't so much on his answer as it was on the popcorn that was spread all over the seats and the floor. Noah, why is there popcorn all over the seat? I asked. I don't know, he shrugged. I swear I cleaned the car before we left, I said. I started to back the car out of the garage, but I couldn't get the image of the popcorn out of my mind. Something just didn't seem right about it. I kept looking at the popcorn while still trying to focus on backing out the car. Halfway out of the garage and into the driveway, it hit me hard. That's not popcorn. Noah, get out of the car, I yelled. What? He asked. I'm sure he was both surprised and scared because of the urgency in my voice. Get out of the car now, I yelled. As we got out of the car, I looked closer at the popcorn that was covering nearly every inch of our car. Only it wasn't popcorn. It was the inside fluff of the seats. Almost every seat had chunks out of it, and rat poop was everywhere. I don't know if it was 1 rat, 2 rats, or a family of them, but somehow rats had gotten into our car, probably through the engine block, and had a feast. I'm sure they were in heaven because with 6 kids, There were probably crackers shoved in every nook and cranny of that minivan. And those rats made sure they found every last crumb. They chewed on nearly every seat in the car, and what they left in their food raid was absolutely disgusting. The first thing I did was call my pest control guy. He set some traps in the van and suggested that I call my insurance company. At this point, I hadn't seen a need to involve the insurance company. I mean, it's just rats. We could just get it cleaned and all would be well. A day went by and the rat traps remained empty, so I called my insurance company. Imagine that conversation. Yes, could you please tell me if our car insurance covers rats? I'm pretty sure they didn't take me seriously when I explained the damage, but they were nice about it. Well, okay, he said. We'll have it looked at. Why don't you just drive it over to the insurance adjuster? Yeah, right. I'm not driving it, I said. Again, it was probably hard for them to understand the state of the minivan until they witnessed it for themselves. But it wasn't just the mess that bothered me. It was the fact that there could still be a rat in there. Well, why not, he said. It's still drivable, right? There's nothing wrong with the engine. Yeah, I said, and there's a rat or 7 in there. What if it jumps on my head while I'm driving to the repair place? I'm not doing that because then I'll have a complete freak out that will lead to an accident, and then it will be more expensive for you guys. Not to mention, I will be traumatized for life. Yeah, I guess you're right, he said. I'll have someone come tow it. They towed the car. The insurance adjuster looked at it, took him multiple days to come up with the amount, and then called me and said, I've never had to tell anybody this before in my life, but I have to total your car because rats ate your seats. That's one of the great stories in my new book, The Extraordinary Unordinary You. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks so much.